Hi, guys. How are you all doing? Okay. Hi, guys. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well this beautiful evening. I saw an article on in the newspapers, this day newspapers to be precise, about Pastor Adeboye saying we must restructure Nigeria now or risk break up. And I have a few things to say on this particular article. But before we begin, let me greet you all. How are you all doing? How was your weekend? And happy new week to everyone. Happy first day of the week to everyone. Yes. So it's been quite the weekend with SARS taking the front seat, should I even say the driver's seat of the weekend narrative. And a lot of us are unhappy. First of all, for those who are just tuning in for the first time, let me introduce myself and introduce myself properly. Someone is saying, nice topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so hi, guys. Hi, guys. I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Over the weekend, the narrative was dominated by SARS and SARS and SARS now. Restructure SARS. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody's asking me, you know, they Cool FM again. When did I announce that I was leaving Cool FM? I've been on another radio station for almost a year. You are still asking me, if not for the fact that you are mischievous, should you be asking that question? Can't you Google that data that you're using to troll and ask questions that will make you look like you don't know book? Why don't you just ask Google the question? Where is Daddy Freeze? Eh? Anyway, back to the reasonable people that I have on this feed. So the narrative has been dominated by SARS. And, when I saw Pastor Adeboye's comment, I watched a bit of the video, not all of the video, because my schedule's been really crazy. But the little I watched, I can say I liked. He spoke about being a mathematical teacher. And, I must say this, earlier on in my ministry, I used to be very vocal against what I perceived and what the Spirit made me believe are errors in the church. And I didn't, I was just, like Christ said in John chapter 2, the zeal for my Father's house consumed me. And if you're freshly born again, or if you I don't like using the word born again because it has been interpreted into all sorts of meanings. If you're fresh in ministry, or if God just quote and unquote called you, you would be zealous. It will take a while for you to realize that your zeal cannot really change anything. And then you need wisdom that comes with maturity. You see, you might be old or mature in the flesh, in the world, in secular activities, but be young in the spirit. And there's something with the spirit. The spirit moves you. And it takes a while to grow to maturity, to realize that the errors did not start today. And I must be honest. I have seen a lot of leadership from Pastor Adeboye. Since I started the tithe, since 2017 till now, the way he handled the COVID situation amongst all pastors, I had to cut hat for him. The way he handled the Fatu Imbo matter with parables. To say I was not impressed would be a lie. And then, getting to this juncture, talking about this, yes, somebody needs to say this. A lot of people don't realize the responsibility on the heads of leaders, religious, spiritual, or how do you call it? People like our president, who are elected leaders. The responsibility is a lot. And I can also see in the spirit that the path Nigeria is on. I love my country. You will never see me shouting divide. You will never see me shouting, no, 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 these people must go. You will never, watch all my teachings, you will never catch me there. However, if we continue as a nation going the way we are going, there's only one outcome. There's just one outcome. And it will sadden me to see the giant of Africa disintegrate or be broken up. Or, you see, there's a proverb that says when two brothers fight over their father's inheritance, a stranger inherits their father. The brothers have fought too long, the strangers are waiting and watching. The vultures are circling in the sky, waiting for the carrion. And it would be the saddest thing that we played into the hands of this narrative. And permit me to say, Nigeria is not the only thing that needs restructuring. Even the Nigerian church needs restructuring, in my humble opinion. Things need to change. We are somebody saying Yoruba nation. I don't want, as far as I'm concerned, if you can have one president for Africa, I'm good with it. Too much division among black people. There's too much division among my brothers and sisters. What do you need? Many more local governments and the more the local governments, the more the opportunity to, don't be me talker. Somebody saying jobless man or called freeze. What's your job on earth? I have 300 people watching from that Facebook Live, 127 watching on Instagram, and 161 watching on YouTube. That's about 500 people watching. And when the video is saved, at least 30 to 40,000 people will watch it. I can share my insights with you. If I can talk to 30,000 people and you are asking me what is my job, you that you are watching, with the little data that you managed to save from that 200 naira airtime you bought, and they decided to give you a bundle for free, who is jobless among the two of us? So, you see, all this, we want Biafra, we want Yoruba nation. Èèyàn dúdú ẹ parapọ̀. You all need to come together as one. Let me tell you, there's nowhere any of you is going that you can successfully go better than you all coming together. trust me on this. So do we need restructuring? Yes. But we need it across board. Religion, the judiciary, law enforcement. Or you see, when I came out with free the sheeple, everybody thought, oh, is this thing about religion? Is this thing? Not just religion. It's across board. Things need to be overhauled. All of you running away from Nigeria, sit down and ask yourself, why are you running? If Nigeria were properly functional, would you run? If Nigeria was the country of your dreams, would you run? Everybody's saying Nigeria is going nowhere, Nigeria is going nowhere, because you have conditioned your mind. Somebody saying, Mr. Man, don't bring Biafra into this your talk. I will bring Biafra. With anybody. I am not in any house or any. No, sir. The fact that we have Nigeria and South Africa and Kenya is already bad enough. In America, they're all United States of America. Shouldn't we have United States of Africa? Don't you think the time is now when Africans can come together and put greed aside, put the opportunity to eat aside, and come together as people and dominate the world? Someone is saying, shut up, Mr. Man, okay? Let me block you so you don't need to hear me. This truth, you don't need to hear it. That's simple. One button, block is gone. Somebody saying Nigeria is gone. No, it's not too late. It's not too late. Don't let it be that I warned you people. Let us restructure this beautiful nation. Let us make Nigeria great again. If you need Biafra, get out of my feed. I don't want you here because I don't need Biafra. There is no benefit of Biafra to me. What is wrong with unity? As far as I'm concerned, I don't even want Nigeria. I want Africa as a country, like Australia. Let us come together. Why is it so hard? If not for the fact that some people are benefiting from the division mentally, emotionally, and physically. You see, I don't want it to be that we miss the opportunity to be a great nation. Someone say you are after what will benefit you. Oh yes, a nation together would benefit me because I believe in unity. You are shouting Black Lives Matter, but black, you cannot live together. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? You see, look at SARS. SARS could have been fixed 5 to 10 years ago. But they kept postponing it. They kept pushing it aside. The atrocities kept building upon more atrocities. And look at it now, everything has scattered. Tasebot just released an issue that she had. There was an attempted kidnap on her life in 2014. She reported it to Mara police station. Go to her page. She posted the police report there. They transferred the matter to SARS. As soon as the matter entered SARS, the matter died. The matter died. Where's the attempted kidnapper? What happened to the story? They said they will take the matter to court. The matter died. The problem SARS is going through today, it did not start today. It started with matters like that in 2004, 2002, 2014, Tasebot Zone. And the same thing applies to religion. And I want to speak to our elders in Christianity, because it is a good thing someone as wise and elderly as Pastor Adeboye raised this issue about Nigeria. If you read the story, he said, the story was written by Toby Shoni on this day. In what is certain to put more pressure on the President Muhammadu Buhari's government, the highly respected General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, yesterday said there was an urgent need to restructure Nigeria, warning of heightened danger of breakup if the country's leaders fail to reform. He added his voice to the growing clamor for restructuring of the country, and he spoke at the 60th Independence Day Celebration Symposium organized by RCCG. He said, he spoke on where will Nigeria be in 2060. He, however, suggested a merger of the British and American systems of government for Nigeria, stressing that the country should develop a system peculiar and unique to it. I can't fault that. It's spot on. The cleric, who has always been reluctant to criticize the president, said Buhari administration must carry out the restructuring of the country as soon as possible to avoid a breakup of the various social and ethnic components. The 78-year-old stated, why can't we have a system of government that will create what I will call the United States of Nigeria? Do you know, I not read this part. Let me explain. I even prefer it to be the United States of Africa as a whole. You don't have to be a prophet to know that one. That is certain. Restructure or we break up. Now, we don't want to break up. God forbid. In restructuring, why don't we have a Nigerian kind of democracy at the federal level? Why don't we have a president and a prime minister? If we have a president and a prime minister and we share responsibility in between these two so that one is not an appendage of the other. For example, if the president controls the army and the prime minister controls the police, if the president controls resources like oil and mining and the prime minister controls finance and inland revenue, taxes, customs, etc., you just divide responsibilities between the two. At the state level, you have the governor and the premier. And the same way you distribute responsibilities to these people in such a manner that one cannot really go without the other. Maybe we might begin to tackle the problems. Well said. Well said. A lot of people would say, oh, Daddy Freeze, you don't ever go hard on President Buhari, blah, 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 blah. Let me be very honest with you. I've been in a position of leadership until I became the leader of the Free Nation. It was easy for me to sit down and point fingers at pastors until I started running online church. I'm not running physical church. My eyes see where. So as leaders, a lot of us do not have access to all the information. It's like, let me give you an example. My kids, I used to pay school fees for them in millions when they were with me. My ex-wife would take them to the cinema. How much is cinema? Then movie was 1.5. On their way back, they will buy ice cream. How much is ice cream? Meanwhile, the bulk bills, car, house, school fees, foreign trips, all were on me. But you see, the children do not have access to the finances. What the children see is mommy took us out. Mommy took us out, bought us ice cream. Mommy took us out to the cinema. Sorry, part of the reason why Nigeria must be restructured. Una see NEPA. Mommy took us out to buy ice cream. Mommy took us out. That's what how much is ice cream? Can you compare ice cream to foreign trip? And guess what? The foreign trip, who do they travel with? Mommy. But who foots the bill? They don't know. They know who they get on the plane on, visual. So when you see the government of Nigeria, there's so many things you have no access to, no information on. But the one you see the presidential jet. They are flying abroad. You see the one they release on Instablog or Linda Ikeji or Stella Dimoko or Tunde Ednot. This is what they are doing. Then you build your perception around what you see. So there's so many things with regards to leadership that we have no idea of. Do you know whether Nigeria is really making money or not this period? How much are they selling oil for? How much of our oil are they buying? Have you ever wondered why we have such a high population? Somebody was talking the other day about Saudi Arabia. And in as much as I wouldn't want to compare fuel prices in Saudi Arabia and Nigeria, have you ever bothered to check the population of Saudi Arabia? Have you ever bothered? Saudi Arabia is 33 million. Saudi Arabia has more oil than Nigeria and about the population of Lagos. Lagos is 25 million. Now, small Saudi Arabia population take past only Lagos, and they have more oil than Nigeria, and then they have the tourism that almost no other country has, because as a Muslim, you must go for Hajj. I know billionaires abroad who on Friday, early in the morning, 4 a.m., they take off from wherever they are and land in Saudi just so they can pray Hajj in Saudi. And when they come in with their private jets, they pay for parking, they pay taxes, they pay all those things because they want to stay there, especially during fasting. If there are 5 Fridays during the fasting, they will make sure they pray that Hajj prayer all of those Fridays in Mecca. So you have Saudi that has the population of Lagos, more or less. What's Lagos population? Google it. Saudi is 33.7. What's the population of Lagos? 21 million. By the time you add Lagos and Ibadan, let's put Ibadan. $6 million. You have 2 or 3 states. You have Saudi. Do you know what the population of Nigeria is? 205 million. How do we divide the resources and make sure that everybody out of the 205 million is catered to adequately? It's a mess. Kano or Kaduna, one of them is also Okay, Kano is small, Kaduna. You know? Now, let me end. Because Judaism failed to be restructured, Christianity broke out of it. And then it was declared illegal. It was an illegal movement until Emperor Constantine made it legal. And then it was established. And then before you knew it, Christianity or Catholicism started having its excesses. And with the Lutheran movement, another sect pulled out. And that's how it went up until 1900, when the Pentecostal movement pulled out of the Methodist Church. And then the Pentecostal movement grew in such rapid force that it's now one of the most prevalent of all Christian movements across the world. And right now that movement also needs restructuring. So I'm calling on our leaders in the church. You know what I'm talking about. Just as we're saying to the government that, look, if something is not done, the country will literally fall apart. If something is not done to the church will fall apart. It's not just a time to pray. It's not just a time to fast. It's not just a time to be scriptural. It's a time to act in wisdom. It's a time to restructure what we know as the church. Because there's a lot of abuse of power, there's a lot of meddling in politics, there's a lot of high-handedness, there's a lot of extortion, there's a lot of idolatry and idolizing of human beings. So I beg the leaders of the church to also look into it. As we're restructuring Nigeria, please let us also restructure our faith. Let us have a faith based more on the teachings of Christ, not on the doctrines of men. Because many of us have fallen victim. We have believed the ideas of men that were taught as commands from God. And Mark chapter 7 verse 7 clearly warns us against this. Because if Nigeria is structured and a powerful force comes into power, let me warn you, what happened in China might happen in Nigeria. And religion would lose its potency. Right now in China, it is illegal to take a child younger than 18 into a church or mosque. If we're not careful, the same thing that happened in China could be brewing, preparing to happen again. And religion would become obsolete. It's either that or what's currently happening in many parts of Europe, where churches are becoming nightclubs. Our faith also needs to be restructured. And I beg you all, pew and pulpit, do not take this for granted. I love Nigeria. I want Nigeria to be a strong, beautiful nation. I agree with what Pastor Adeboye said. United States of Nigeria. Better still, United States of Africa. Anything that brings us, brothers, closer home and closer together, making closer knit communities and less severance that things like religion and ethnicity cause, the better for us. I want to end with a prayer. Heavenly Father, I hand over our faith to you. Father, let our faith not be destroyed. Let it not be decimated. Let people not pull out of the church because of what is going on. And I hand our beautiful country over to you, O Lord. Keep us together in love, in unity, and faith. In Yahushua's name I pray. And all the good people in the house who love Nigeria and love Christianity all said a big amen. Take care, and God bless you all.